Well, I mean, a big challenge or obstacle with trying to learn anything new is that you're gonna suck, and you just have to embrace the suck, you know? The easy way is the easy way for a reason. You're not necessarily gonna learn something. I feel like the whole point of my work is kind of like finding freedom, I suppose, you know? Being in a boat that I built, you know, paddling with a paddle that I also built, just getting to experience and like live what you've created. It's a beautiful way of living. I'm Andrew Zito. I'm out of Ottawa, Canada, and welcome to my shop. I have a pretty small shop. It's really grassroots, I suppose. And because everything's so tight, you gotta be a little creative. I just kind of come up with concepts. I love furniture and I love being in the outdoors, so paddling and stuff is a big inspiration. I kind of can't like breathe without doing it too, you know? The ability to actually like try and make these things and prove people wrong, because, you know, coming from an Asian background, they're just like, oh, you're gonna stick to this like rigid sort of scientific lifestyle. And it was honestly like a little bit bullshit, kind of. Having come from skateboarding, I saw like a total creative side of life, you know? You're able to really kind of create tricks and try things on different obstacles that people can't even necessarily imagine. Right here. So now that I'm a little older and a little more injured, generally speaking, being able to kind of take that and bring it into like woodworking and kind of create things there, and also filming and making my own videos and stuff. That's kind of like, it's kind of everything.
All right. What we're doing right now is we're painting down these 4x4s. Okay, so at this point, it's time to start turning a few things.
I believe I pretty much just go through to the end there.
When I first started woodworking, kind of had ideas of things I wanted to try, but literally no frigging clue. Showed up at the Ottawa City Woodshop. There was this dude there, and his name was Richard Scott. He was like a quirky dude, and he was the best. Literally, he had like a heart of gold, would, you know, dedicate his time to you, quarterbacked a bunch of my early projects, and gave me the ability and skills to do what I can do now.
Oh, chilling.
I'm fortunate to have a really amazing community around me. Folks like Burling and the Ottawa Skateboard Association, they feed me like hundreds of boards a year. And that's, you know, that's my raw material. And the beautiful part is that these boards would otherwise end up in the landfill. So yeah, to be able to recycle some of the skateboards through my work, probably a majority of the boards in Ottawa actually, it's a pretty awesome thing. So skateboards themselves, there's like usually 7 plies in them. Multiple plies will be colored. I don't even know if there's a particular reason for it, but because the colors are there, it kind of just creates for a whole avenue of different products that you can make with the sides of these skateboards that no one even necessarily knows it's skateboards, but it is, and it's just, I don't know, it's super fun. The raw materials for what I use, it's mostly maple trees that are then veneered and made into skateboards. After a skateboard dies, it comes to me. I'm able to take that, recycle it, upcycle it into a product that goes back into nature. And I don't know, like understanding where things kind of come from, being amongst it, and trying to disseminate some of that information and put that information amongst people. It's certainly a fun way to kind of share the craft and share what it is all of this is about, frankly.
So
So one thing is like we certainly don't have super like long lives on this planet. Like my mentors passed, and I don't know, the big thing is like if you kind of see a spark in something that you're trying to do, taking that first step and trying to make habits of approaching some of the things that you love kind of gets you thinking and gets you moving, right? It's just like as a writer or something like that, just putting your pen to paper and writing a page, even though it's complete garbage, just doing things, just trying, even though it sucks. And oftentimes I definitely suck, but that's like, it's important to suck too, you know? So it's, yeah, you kind of grow from that.
We're getting there. I got a good feeling about it. Maybe not. We're getting there, boys.